You know those.
We forgot to clap last time, so I just wanted to get in front of it.
All right, whatever. You know those TikToks where they're like, "You guys remember this game?" and then they do a bunch of random fucking bullshit, and then everyone in the comments is like,
Yo,
"Oh,
yeah, no, I know what
like,
you mean.
oh, you were kind of falling behind, but that fucking pancake flip was clutch or whatever." I think that's the dumbest shit that's ever happened to fucking the internet ever.
Yeah.
I don't. For me, it breaks the number one
You think
rule.
that's the dumbest shit that's ever happened to the internet
Obviously,
ever?
I'm saying hyperbole, you asshole. But like, for me, it breaks one of the most like essential rules of comedy, which is that like random shit is not the same as funny shit.
That's true. That's true. It has to be like funny random. It can't just be random.
And like the first time anyone did it, it was like, okay, this is like a funny bit, sure.
Yeah.
But then like
Yeah.
now it's been
Just-
done like 8,000 times.
Just for clarification, this is like these are the TikToks where like people will be like, "Oh, you remember this game?" and they just do a bunch of like they'll fucking like they'll throw like an empty water bottle, a bunch of other empty water bottles, and like someone will commentate on it, and then like they'll like run outside, do some they'll like do a backflip, or it's just like, oh man, that's gonna get them some points, and like some random shit as if it's like a real game or sport. But
And then the comments would be like, "Oh, is this like Boston rules? I've never played with this variation."
yo, fuck
This
Boston
is
rules
not.
though.
It's like this is not comedic.
You're right,
content.
you're right.
This is
I-
just
I ha-
random fuckery. and
I have
don't
seen
care.
those. I have seen those. Definitely like the first one or two got a laugh out of me, but it was just like it was just not it. I mean, there's a lot of like trends and stuff on TikTok or even just like other social media stuff where like it was really funny the first time, but then like a profile will make their entire content revolve around that one concept and they'll do it fucking over and over and over again. And you're right. Anytime that like
Yeah,
something like that.
podcasts.
This is who asked.
The most inconsequential show on the internet.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Aaron.
Well, we talk about our opinions despite the fact nobody asked.
That's exactly what we do. And
And we'll do it over and over and over again. It is our personality trait. We will not be taking more questions.
so the first thing we're going to talk about is something that Alex has on his mind about the temperatures of his food.
Okay. I can't remember if I talked about this on a previous episode, but I don't think we expand upon it. So I definitely want to bring it up again. Bottom line, I am like incredibly indifferent about the temperature of my food.
Okay, yeah.
Like
how
I-
because there's I think I'm relatively indifferent, but I don't know if we're on the same level.
I would go as far to say I am actively indifferent. Like I'm an advocate for how indifferent, how hot or cold my food is. Like when people are like, "Oh my God, wouldn't like warm this or cold that be like gross or like that's not the way to eat it." It's like I really don't fucking care. Like all of like my my leftovers I'll just take directly out of the fridge, put a fork in it. My roommates are like microwave is right there. I'm like I really don't fucking care. Like I simply couldn't be bothered.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
to
a
take
lot.
in.
Oh yeah, dude. No, you have no fucking idea. It'll be like leftover like pasta or sausage or something like that, or like it'll be leftover food that I cooked like 2 days ago. I can't express how much I don't give a shit. Like I'll heat it up sometimes, like if I'm making eggs or something like that. If I'm doing something else, pan's already warm. Yeah, fuck it, I'll throw it in. But most of the time, I simply couldn't be bothered.
Unhappy is what I'll say. I'm unhappy. I'm pretty indifferent. Like as long as it's room temperature or above, like I'm fine with most foods, like 99%.
My food could be ice cold, and I honestly couldn't give a shit.
See, that's a no-go.
Like
There are not many foods, like foods that are meant to be taken out of the fridge and eaten. Like obviously, but like I need to reheat food. I don't need it to be hot, but I need it to not be cold. It's really
I don't need to reheat my food. That's my unpopular opinion. That's my toxic trait. Yeah, no, I like it's honestly my roommates are like concerned. They'll just be like, "Hey man, like the microwave's right here. Like you can stick that in the microwave." Like, no man, like I'm gonna take this fucking soup right out of the fridge.
cold soup.
I honestly couldn't be bothered. Don't look at me like that. What are you gonna guilt me into heating up my soup?
What the fuck?
Don't use a baby voice and say what the fuck at me.
The only cold soup that I eat is cereal.
I'll like I talked about this last time. My friend was like, "Would you eat warm cereal?" I said, "I'd try it." Like I'm not like that against it. I try it. And
Yeah,
you know what's
you said that in the time we talked about cereal.
yeah. Also to note that I eat my cereal dry. I'll still try it with milk. I'll still warm up the milk. Sure, fucking I don't whatever. Do you want to yell
I
at me
meant
for
to
eating
say
dry
this when we
cereal?
talked
Or-
about cereal. Why don't more people do like cereal, but instead of regular milk, do like chocolate milk?
I think because there's just like too much shit going on. I mean, there's
It's
if you
against
really
the rules.
if you really want that, there's other cereals that like make the milk chocolatey.
Well, yeah, no fucking shit. I've heard of Cocoa Puffs, my guy. But this is a whole like
I'm coming at this from like a scientist perspective. Like I'm observing other people do it because I don't like chocolate. I don't like a lot of like I don't like most sugary things. Chocolate. I don't like most sugary things. So uh me explaining that's like yeah there is like a cereal called Cocoa Puffs. Like I've heard of it, and you're just like yeah it's
Yeah.
fucking Cocoa Puffs. You
it's
idiot.
like it's like you being like, yeah, you can have sex.
From my research and all the data that I've collected, I believe that it's theoretically possible. I'll leave it right there.
I just don't know if there's anywhere for me to put my massive dong.
I've scoured up the highest mountains, the lowest valleys. I went everywhere on Earth. I just don't think it fits literally anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason.
But something that really rubs me the wrong way almost every single time is cold pizza.
Really, I love cold pizza. Honestly,
I-
this one I actually am an advocate for. I like pizza better cold than I do like it warm. It's less messy.
Why?
It's less messy. It's like less. Obviously, the grease and stuff is still there, but I'm dealing with less of it, which I really like.
But I care about how it tastes, and it's way better like when it's just been made and it's hot and it's fucking like
Eh.
gooey cheese. Like cold is just like cold and hard and
What's wrong
it's
with
just
cold and hard, huh?
unappealing.
What's
I
wrong
don't-
with cold and hard?
I don't like anything cold or hard.
I'm cold and hard.
No.
Yeah, I am.
What's your body temperature right now?
92.
In relative
I'm-
scheme of things, that's still warm.
I'm about to die.
Could you live with a body temperature of 92?
No. It's like a big deal if it's anything like away from 98.
You can go a certain amount below. Like you can have like a 97.
Okay. What about 92?
I don't know.
Don't you dare look at your computer and try to look this up. We're not doing this right now. I'm not having this.
Leave my toxic trait alone.
I am me. Accept me for as I am. Don't make me change. But yeah,
This is real. This is me. I'm
I'm
exactly where I'm
want.
supposed to be. You fucked up the lyrics.
I don't remember.
Do you even watch Camp Rock?
I watched it like a long time ago.
You don't truly stand Disney original movies.
No, I don't. I was more of a Cartoon Network kid. I mean, obviously, I watched Disney Channel, but
I like to spread my love evenly across the networks.
I like to
give
spread my
them each
nuts
my-
evenly across the network.
I like to drag my nuts across everyone evenly.
Disney XD, Disney Junior. I'm all over there.
Disney Junior.
Yeah, man, I went
bring
harder
you
to pay
your
when I was
nuts over to Disney Junior. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was young, I liked that.
When you were young, you liked your nuts getting dragged.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on the temperature of my food. I'm actively indifferent to the point of nauseum to my friends.
Speaking of red flag, is people that want their food piping hot,
My
with an extra pop on the P.
my mom and my roommate will do this sometimes, where they're just like Alex.
Which
you're-"
roommate expose?
No,
No, you fucking asshole.
they'll look at me and be like Alex, you're crazy for not wanting to heat up your food and eating it cold. We'll stick their shit in the microwave for 6 minutes.
6?
6.
What? Like what?
And then they'll take it out and be like, damn, this is kind of dry. Yeah, no shit. You fucking bombarded it with radiation for fucking 6 minutes. Of course it's going to be dried out.
That's
And
so
then, and then they call
gross.
me weird for like being fine with it cold.
Nothing should go in there for 6 minutes.
That's what I tell them. And they're just like, yeah, I'll take it out like halfway through. Then put it in for a less amount of time.
Even 3 minutes is way more than most
I
food
know.
needs.
That'll make soup like boiling.
I feel like when I put in something for a minute and a half, I'm like, damn, this is a long one.
Right? Yeah, no, anytime I
In
put
all contexts.
anytime I put anything anywhere for honestly more than 24 seconds at least, I'm just like I kind of reconsider how bad do I want this, you know? And if we can make it to 30, that would be sick. That would be cool. And I do
Alex
because that's
talking
normal.
like he's had sex. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, that's fucking psychotic. But like anyone who's like,
24 seconds is like a long time.
but like, yeah, it's like those people that get soup like at a restaurant, and then they get it and they eat it as soon as it gets there.
That's psychotic.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense. Like, at least like I'm not like particular about the way I have the temperature of my food. I like just have it however it is, and I'm just honestly it's more that I couldn't be bothered. It's those people that are particular that they have to have it like super hot or something like that, or don't realize like hey man, like
Heathens.
the soup's not going anywhere. We can let it cool down for a minute. Like it's not gonna grow legs and walk away. Like we can let it cool down and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, you don't need to burn your tongue. I feel like some people want to burn their tongue.
Yeah, that's hate
Yeah.
hate that.
I have a specific problem with French onion soup.
Yo, French onion soup crossed me in a past life. I have not been over that.
No, for real. I love French onion soup.
French onion soup killed my family.
It's
man.
it's maybe my favorite. It's so good,
Mhm.
but every time I eat it, I burn my tongue.
Yeah, I mean, it's
every
like hot
single
cheese,
time.
hot soup. It's
Don't
There's a
you
lot-
talk to me about the contents of the soup. I
Guys
know
are
it's in
intimately
there.
familiar.
I know it's in there. I've eaten it many times.
every time I close my eyes, I see my family and I see that fucking soup, dripping cheese.
Dude, sometimes in the middle of the night, I wake up, my eyes flash open, and I can't move. I'm stuck. It's like I'm outside of my body. I'm just watching myself struggle.
And a
And then
bowl
all
of
of a
French
sudden-
onion soup is strangling me.
A human-sized bowl of French onion soup wraps its strangely soupy hands around my neck
It's
just-
just cheesy hands.
and just squeezes so tight. Obviously, it can't actually squeeze me because it's soup, so it's just liquid. But damn, it's terrifying to see.
Hey man,
Tastes
you're you're safe. It's not the soup's not coming for you, man.
You don't know
He-
that.
He's gone. No, we
The odds of me being killed by French onion soup are very low.
but it's never zero.
Never zero.
I'm sorry, man. Honestly, I look over my shoulder too. The French soup mafia, they come for you.
It's true. Anyway, now that we've covered that sufficiently, let's talk about something else food related.
Oh yeah.
Oop.
Aaron got a text and threw his phone.
It's not the time. So let's talk about different types of cuisines.
Mhm.
So Alex and I thought it would be a good idea to go through our preferences for like different food from different places. So like common in America is Italian food, Mexican food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Thai food, Indian food, American food, and Korean food.
Mhm.
We're gonna rank those.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just do like a 1 to 10 scale.
I want to rank them.
You want to rank them? Okay.
I want to rank 'em.
We've run into this problem in the past where like it's hard to visualize the rankings that we create.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, where do you want to start?
I guess I think we need to just start at like a unanimous decision.
Okay, Italian food,
Number 1.
number one.
Easy. Almost nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
There's everyone. You'd be hard pressed to find a person that does not like Italian food.
I will fight someone that doesn't like Italian food.
Whoa, man!
I will. No,
It's okay.
I will.
They're not.
I
They're not here right now. We can just
I will
chill.
fucking find you
Holy shit!
and introduce you to the Lord.
By force.
Anyway, moving swiftly forwards.
Oh yeah, because we talked about this another time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Let's just go to Chinese food.
Chinese food. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm going to say about we have four different types of Asian cuisine up here, which I respect. All like obviously they're all like cool in their own way. They're all like unique and everything. It's tough for me to like jump into Asian food in any
You don't
capacity.
have to jump into it. You can just eat it.
There's a lot of seafood in a lot of Asian food, and they might use like peanut oil or stuff like that. And it's just like there's a lot of cross contamination that goes on in those types of restaurants. So whenever we get any of those,
Pussy.
it's hard for me to like jump in. So like I'll eat it. I'll eat it, but like I have to be very careful. And like a lot of the times I've had allergic reactions, it was because I had like takeout food that was like cross contaminated with
He's
other.
scared of little peanuts. Oh, he's just scared.
You have a nut allergy as well. You what?
But I'm scared of tree nuts. They come from the trees. Now that's terrifying. But the little peanut that comes from the ground. They come from the ground, right?
Ground nuts, yes.
They're not even nuts. You fucking idiot.
Hey man, they're really scary. They're just like
Their shape, the way they go wide and then narrow and then wide.
the absence of them coming from trees, I guess.
Anyway, okay, so we can give markdowns for which would do you have like a certain
Okay, so right, all right, we'll talk about Chinese food. Yeah, I honestly the biggest thing that I'm going to be jumping in with here is how bad I've had an allergic reaction eating this food. So Chinese food is going to be pretty low on my list because I definitely had an allergic reaction eating Chinese food.
Here's what I'll say about Chinese food is that it's good. Like it's so solid and reliable.
Mhm.
But I
I
feel
mean,
like
yeah,
it's
there's a
hard,
reason it's a staple. That
it's
makes
hard
sense.
to be wowed. by
That
Chinese
is
food.
very true.
In my opinion.
We go to this place in Chinatown with my family. They got some really cool stuff, but like you shouldn't have to go all the way to like a really special spot in order to get really good Chinese food.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the way that we're ranking this, I see exactly what you're saying. I've had really good Chinese food, but if it's too few and far between, then it can't be that high on the list.
I think I'm gonna stick it at 5.
Whoa,
Wait, how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8.
we have 8.
I didn't
I
realize.
say stick it at 4.
4?
4.
Okay.
But because like it's reliable. It's hard to be wowed, but like it's reliable. Put
That's
that
true.
Put that Emma for smack in the middle of the list. And if we're talking about red flags, whew,
What?
number 4, Chinese. Chinese food. The flag. Fuck.
You fucked that up so bad. China does have a red flag, that's for sure. Okay, let's talk about its common counterpart, one of its common counterparts, which is Japanese food.
I think
Dude, Japanese food has got to go high up.
it
Think about
definitely does.
Think about
you got
just the
sushi.
variety.
Yeah, so hibachi's also Japanese, right?
You have just regular Japanese food, which is like tempura, teriyaki, like that stuff's really good.
Right.
Then you have
I bet it is.
then you have sushi, you have hibachi, you have ramen. All
You're
of those
so
things
right.
are all Japanese, which is
You're
insane.
so right.
The variety is
I-
pretty fucking crazy, man.
I did have an allergic reaction to Japanese food. Just having chicken. Just had an allergic reaction. However, it wasn't as bad as the Chinese food. So I'm gonna say it's gonna go higher. I'm comfortable with number 2 or number 3.
When I'm looking at this list,
Like diversity is a big deal, and it's very easy to get wowed by.
dude, I love hibachi food.
I
It's
do too.
entertaining.
You know what?
It tastes good as fuck.
Number 2.
It's
Put them up
Japanese.
there.
And ramen, good ramen.
Oh
that's
my god.
insane.
I've been to a lot of good ramen places. Oh,
Yeah.
great shit.
Yeah,
Absolutely great shit.
Yeah, Japanese can respectfully go at 2.
The Japanese food could respectfully get it.
And
I
also,
almost said the Japanese.
also, a little bit of a red flag.
Yeah, when you think about it.
Yeah, a little red circle in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
not
they
as red
gotta
as
go.
China, but
Right.
got some red.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's keep the Asian food trend going and go to Thai food.
Thai food. I don't really know much about Thai food.
Thai food, man, I mean, there's good Thai food for sure. It doesn't, but it's I can't say enough about it to put it above.
Did you spell
Anything.
Japanese wrong?
Oh, I did on accident. My
Oh
bad.
my god.
I know how to spell it. It must have been
Japanese.
just like Japanese.
Japanese. I did not feel good. I did not feel good saying that out loud.
Anyway, back to Thai food. Like I have a couple. Like pad Thai is really good. I think pad Thai is good. I like one other noodle dish from Thai food, but other than that, it's not really.
Mhm.
I don't find it to be that like amazing or outstanding.
Yeah, I haven't had it before, and because I like don't have a lot of knowledge on this topic, and like I can't really contribute that much, I'm pretty confident in just putting it really close to the bottom of the list because fuck it.
6, 7, or 8. 6, 7, or 8.
Put it number 7.
Okay.
Actually, put it number 8. I really don't fucking care.
Put it number 8? No, I will not put it at number 8.
All right, we'll see how this goes.
Okay. Let's talk about Mexican food.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's an elephant in the room. It's Mexican food.
Yeah. I think Mexican
Red
food.
flag.
Is there? Yeah, I guess they do have red.
Yeah, no, I was making.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food.
Really?
Yes. Like not only is Mexican food really good, it could be like something it's something like really simple, just like a quesadilla, but it could be like fucking crazy. Have you been to a lot of like nice, like authentic Mexican
I've been
restaurants?
I don't know if I've been to like an authentic one.
They're not only are they good, but it's like always cheap. It's so good, and this is something I've said with my friends, and I will fucking go to my grave saying this. I like fucking my brain farted. I remember what it is.
I will go to the grave saying this. OJ was innocent. Anyway, back to Mexican food.
Cutting that out. Easily cutting that out.
Just bleep it.
Bleep. What do you think I do to the cutting all that out. Come back right here.
Cut it before I started my joke.
That saying that OJ's innocent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure to do that.
Anyway.
Food tastes better when you know it's cheap. When you know that when you know you're not spending a lot on it and it tastes good, it feels like it tastes even better. Like you go to like a really shitty diner and you get like some greasy like whatever diner food, and then you look at the bill and it's like, "Oh, that was $15 for me and you." Yeah. That was a great experience.
I don't know. I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like when you get expensive food and you're like, yeah, this was worth it.
I don't feel that way.
Good.
When I go out and I get expensive food, even if I really liked the food, it's always like tinted in the back of my mind of just like yeah, I guess it was technically worth $30, but like, meh.
That's a you problem.
Yeah.
My voice cracked both attempts on that.
I know, I noticed. That's why I can't take your point very seriously. And
that is a you problem.
Anyway.
That's a psychological problem within your brain. Because like if you pay, like if I go to an expensive Italian restaurant and I pay a lot for chicken parm and it's fucking bomb as fuck, I'm going to be like, fuck yeah, I got some expensive chicken parm and it was as good as I hoped it would be. That is fucking lit.
I'm just not there. I just don't agree.
Okay, it's okay to be wrong. So
Mexican food is awesome. I love it. Has a very similar sense of diversity in terms of like we were talking about with Japanese food, and it's just it's so good, and they barely ever give me an allergic reaction. So I'm gonna put that high ass on the list. We'll say number 3.
And like also two things about it is that like it's like the ideas created by Mexican food of like blended in with other things like breakfast burritos can be like a whole vibe
so
of
true.
things.
Yeah.
But like like really good. And also like not only is like really good Mexican food like not very expensive, but like cheap, like actively cheap Mexican food can be really fucking good.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant to say in the beginning of all that. But yes.
Like you can get amazing Mexican food from a cheap ass like hole in the wall place.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that is valuable.
Like it's the kind of place where like the cooks are like smoking in the kitchen and they'll like dab the ash on your fucking tacos and it'll still taste good. Like the versatility, the tastiness, the fact that they've barely ever tried to poison me. Mexican food is going at number 3.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with that. I feel like the other elephant in the room was American food.
All right, so here's the thing. It definitely should go really low on the list compared to everything else. However, I'm an absolute bitch for a burger.
I'm thinking about putting it last.
It hurts me to do this because of how much I like eating a burger. Like it's truly one of my my favorite comfort foods, but at the same time it's just like it's stacked up against that like with everything else that we're looking at. comparatively, it just cannot beat everything else.
American food is just like, firstly, it's boring, and secondly, what even is American food?
I know, yeah. You think of like hot dogs and hamburgers. You think of like a
Like
like a
barbecue,
really
I guess?
but you can't even say. I don't know.
Like, I wouldn't call a barbecue restaurant an American food restaurant. I would call it a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
And so, like, American, I'm just, I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
All right. Man. Yeah,
Like
man,
a good
you seem a
burger-
little uncomfortable. We can just throw it last, and we
A
don't have
good
to talk
burger
about it.
slaps.
It
like-
does, and just because it's my comfort food, I can't apply that to the rest of everyone else and the rest of this rank. So I
Yeah.
won't let I will let my subjectivity cloud my judgment for Thai food, but I won't let it do it for American food. It's gonna go last.
Okay. So now we have some interesting foods to cover. One is Korean food.
Korean food is hype. I really like Korean food. Korean food. Okay, but have you ever been to like a Korean barbecue place?
So I went to Korean barbecue one time,
Okay.
and it was good.
Yeah.
But the portions were small, and it was ridiculously expensive.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, now it's going to depend on the place. Korean food is definitely tends to be on the more expensive side for sure. So I'm okay. So we have number 5 and number 6 left, right?
We can also, well, let's put.
I don't really
let's-
feel like moving it around. I'm really
fucking lazy.
it's indifference. It's the
Your motto of life is indifference.
the heights and lows of my indifference stretch far beyond your imagination. You simply cannot comprehend how much I don't fucking care.
I know, which is very opposite to how much I often care.
I
Anyway.
care.
Anyway,
Korean food is awesome. It's very good, especially if you find like a good place. Definitely should go. I say number 5.
you would put it's basically
Dude,
Indian,
they got
Indian or Korean.
They got kimchi. They got like great spicy food. Bibimbap.
Have you had chicken tikka masala?
I have. I had it like a month ago, and it was pretty good. But I would still rank Korean food over it.
Yeah, sure.
That's all Indian food got. that was the only thing
I've had one real experience with
Indian food.
with Indian food
Same.
aside from last night when I had chicken tikka masala.
So that's why you put it on the list.
No, because I know it's popular, but
Mhm.
I had it in Scotland with my family.
Mhm.
And Indian food's like a lot more popular in the UK than it is
Right.
here. But
Right.
like it was the sort of Indian restaurant where it's like you order a bunch of little things and everyone takes.
Mhm.
And I'm allergic to tree nuts and like a bunch of the
Oh,
stuff.
you're a little tree nut. You're scared of a little tree. Oh no, there's like a stationary object. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
I was setting up for that earlier.
Fuck you.
But like I'm allergic to nuts, and then like a bunch of the stuff had nuts in it, and people were just like dipping like their forks into like stuff with nuts, and then
Right.
stuff that I could eat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally didn't eat anything.
Yeah.
And then I left, and I was like, that was traumatizing. I'm never having Indian food ever again.
Hey man, the factor of the possibility of it poisoning you has been well on my mind in us ranking these cuisines. So I'm okay with ranking it lower completely subjectively because of that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. There's our ranking. So it's
Top to bottom.
first Italian, then Japanese, then Mexican, Chinese, Korean, Indian, Thai, American.
If you want to yell at us for this very subjective, very very all over the place list, if you have more
This
more
is the correct
cuisines,
list.
if you want more cuisines you want us to talk about, don't listen to Aaron. He's not real. You can email us whoaskcast@gmail.com.
We're not changing the list.
We could change the list. I'm okay with changing the list. You can email us whoaskcast@gmail.com.
You went from I'm too indifferent to change the list to we'll change the list.
because I'm indifferent about
how
the
you
list is.
how you change your will to appease the audience. You fucking joker.
I am a good and just king. I
are
listen. I
neither-
listen to the voice of the people, and I might do something, and I might not. I haven't decided yet.
You're a fucking worthless, spineless piece of shit. Anyway, or if you want us to like try and fit in any other type of food into that ranking, you can ask us to. We won't.
We'll read the email, and I'll text Aaron. I'll be like, "Hey, someone emailed us," and he'll be like, "Oh shit," and then it'll be like, "Oh," but like it's adding to the cuisine thing. Like, "Ooh, we specifically said we wouldn't do that."
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
sorry.
we're not gonna. Yeah.
But there are like interesting things to consider, like deli food, like barbecue.
True. We've also had different segments about going to a barbecue and about the hypothetically perfect barbecue, and we've ranked deli meats before.
It's true. We have touched upon those.
You can
things,
go look at those
but
episodes, which are somewhere.
I'm never against touching upon something again.
Hey, if I hit something once, I wouldn't be opposed to hitting it again.
That's facts.
It's facts. It's facts.
Big on touching upon things. Okay.
How are we doing on time?
We're about half an hour in,
Okay. You can do.
so there's plenty of time for activities.
Oh, what kind of activities?
Like fucking.
Like fucking what?
Like.
Oh.
Anyway, I had something I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
And I'm just going to dive right into it.
Okay.
I think that Joey Chestnut is the greatest athlete of our generation.
Hold on, I'm choking. Hold on. Oh, fuck. The water was perfectly in my throat the exact moment you said that. I started laughing and choking. Oh my god. Tell me about that.
Joey Chestnut has to be the most dominant athlete in any sport ever.
Mm-hmm.
He's won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, so yeah, he's a competitive eater, right? Just for anyone that doesn't
so
know. Okay.
he eats hot dogs really fast. I think he's won it 13 times.
Wow.
13. I pulled up a little thing on him, like his little bio on the majorleagueeating.com. Yes, it's real.
Oh my god, you're obsessed with Joey Chestnut. You have a crush on him. Aaron, what is this?
They call it his bib sheet, or something says bib sheet. But anyway, let's see.
Oh my god, it's got his height, age, weight, dick size. Aaron, what the fuck is
Of course it has his dick size. What do you think this is? But how many world records does he hold? It says here somewhere. I should have prepared this better.
I just cut this out of the audio.
At the time this thing was written, he holds 46 world records.
Doesn't Wayne Gretzky have like a shitload of world records?
I don't know, but Joey Chestnut has 46.
I can't look it up, and
Yeah.
well, I guess I'm stuck here. Damn, man, you're right.
It's a it's a world record of world records. He has the world record for the most world records held. 40.
The fact that I can't double check you and like fact check you right now, man, that's crazy. I have to take it as fact. That's yeah. No, that is very impressive.
He's eaten 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Jesus, that sounds torturous.
74 think
About
about
I like a good dog. Like I like a good dog.
yeah.
Maybe like
Hot dog's nice.
maybe like
at a ball
2,
game.
like 3 if I'm really hungry and the hot dogs are really cheap. I could hit 3. 74.
You could hit 3 hot dogs at the same time.
I mean, one from the front, one from the
All
back.
right, okay. All right.
You asked.
That's true. But yeah. Have you ever tried like eating the hot dogs the way they do in like a contest?
No, I know exactly what it is, and it's disgusting and gross and weird.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part about hot dog eating contests is eating a wet hot dog bun.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing is that they stick it in water, right?
Yeah, to
like
help
make
it go down.
and then like they stand, they jump up and down to like help it like move down their throat faster.
I didn't know that part. But like
I know that's a thing.
you see it and you would think like, oh, it's just like bread, but it's wet. Like it's not that bad. It's fucking disgusting. I've done it
Jesus.
one time.
Imagine doing it 70 times in one sitting.
74 to be exact. I think he's broken that since they wrote whatever this is. But
That is I'm gonna say it. That's terrifying.
holy shit, dude, these records. Oh my
Honestly,
god.
more than at first I was like, damn, this is really impressive. Maybe he is like a really maybe he is one of the most interesting and like competitive like athletes in the world. But then like the more I think about it, this is terrifying. I feel like the upper limits of Joey Chestnut's abilities are unfathomable.
Yeah, it's the capabilities of his body are unmatched.
I think Joey Chestnut could eat me.
If you cooked you, yeah.
Damn, that's hard.
It's hot as fuck.
I said hard. I said hard.
But let me look through these records for a split second. Obviously, hot dogs, pulled pork sandwiches, Taco Bell tacos, chicken wings, hamburgers, glazed donuts, eggs, asparagus.
Dude has a fucking monopoly on the industry. What the fuck?
He has
Holy shit.
all these records for eating all these things. How many donuts? 55 glazed donuts in 8 minutes.
Want to know another toxic trait? I feel
Can't
like
do
I
that.
could do that.
You could 55.
Dude,
That's
I
almost actually,
love
you know,
donuts.
that's like 7 hot dogs a minute. That's not crazy.
Dude be calculating in hot dogs per minute. What's the acceleration on that?
The acceleration out of his ass afterwards has to be insane.
It's a new kinematic equation.
He ate 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes.
I feel like I could eat 141 hard-boiled eggs. I don't think I could do it in 8 minutes.
You could maybe do it in like 10 sittings. That's a lot of eggs, my guy.
Hey man, I eat like at least 2 eggs a day. I'll let you know.
Every
I'll let you know.
single day?
You know, it's definitely not good for my cholesterol.
No,
I just haven't checked yet. And as long as I don't check, it's not real. So
it's true.
I apply that to a lot of things in my life.
I know. I'm very aware. You have some strange philosophies.
I'm
But
normal.
we'll brush past that. No, you're Alex. Anyway, I came up with this idea with one of my friends, and it's like it's a mixture between a fight and like a eating contest. So basically, the way it works, this is how it was originally conceptualized. So we're in an octagon, right? Ready
Okay.
to fight,
Okay.
and
I'm wildly interested.
we're in an octagon, and in each of our respective corners, we have 150 dumplings.
Okay.
It's the first person to either knock the other one out or finish their own dumplings. And there's no break to eat the food.
So-
So you have to try and sneak away during the fight to go eat.
This actually sounds hilarious and a lot of fun. This sounds like to watch. No, I couldn't dream of doing that. But like, no, yeah, it's literally just an eating contest, but you also have the opportunity to beat the shit out of each other. Like
Yeah.
I've seen like eating contests and stuff before. It's like people are sitting right next to each other. They're just like really going at it. I don't know, man. It just feels really weird that no one's ever just even. It's definitely against the rules, obviously, but no one's ever even tried to just like whack the person next to them and just like kind of shove them to the side, maybe like knock over their food or their pie or whatever. And I feel like this really opens up a lot in the competitive eating world. Like, yeah, Joey Chestnut's probably got like high stats in terms of like getting that food down, but can he catch these hands? I don't know.
There's the variety of strategies.
Oh my
is
god!
pretty
Do
fascinating.
you think I can beat the shit out of Joey Chestnut before he can finish his food and I win this fight?
If he's solely focusing on the food, then probably. Like if he's just trying to like tank all your punches and just focus on the food.
This is a new
he's not
Summer
gonna
Olympics
make it.
game. This is a new Summer Olympics game.
Dude, but like
I can finally qualify for something.
I feel like
actually
the-
no, this is a Winter Olympics.
No, it's not. It's summer.
No, I just
Boxing happens in the Summer Olympics.
oh no, I'm not comparing this to boxing. I'm just saying this happens during the winter.
Okay. When things get dark.
Yeah.
I just think the variety of strategies is interesting. Like you can try burp. You could try and like tank all the punches and just try and just keep eating, or you can like try and like keep knocking the guy down, and when he's like knocked down, just go over and steal like 10 or so.
I feel like
or,
150 dumplings is like an unhealthy I feel like it has to be a more doable amount of food.
maybe okay. I can lessen the number of
Maybe it's like
dumplings.
100.
Okay. Just think about how like you're like 90 dumplings in, but like you have to get up to like give some more punches. You're just fucking like stuffed as shit.
Joey Chestnut is like a professional at eating. This dude is like it's running circles around me. He's got 90 dumplings, 95 dumplings down the gullet. He's only got 5 more. He's got him in his hands, and like I'm closing in, but he's like, I definitely got this. I get a cheap shot in the nuts, and he goes right down, and I win. I feel like Joey Chestnut would like come for me. I feel Joey Chestnut would like hunt me down after that.
You'd be embarrassed.
Honestly, yeah, I'd be embarrassed. Fuck.
The problem with it is like I would say like we should do a professional eater versus a professional fighter, but it would be way too easy for like
The
any
fighter to
fighter
just
to just knock him out.
Yeah.
So there has to be a better way to balance.
I think just 2 normal people.
What if instead? So this was another
Children.
variation.
Children. I got it.
Yeah, children. That's it. I think you figured it out. Eat 100 children instead of. I think what it could be is like it's boxing with rounds, but in between each round, or UFC has rounds too, but like it's round based, like any normal fight. But in between rounds, you have to eat a certain amount.
Ooh.
And like it's timed, and you get maybe it's like you get points for how many you eat in a certain period of time. So like it incentivizes you to eat more because like if you eat more, you get more points.
I feel like there has to be another option to bring the food into the arena because I really like the combination of doing this.
If you can force one of the dumplings down the other person's throat,
It counts for 2.
that has to count for way more than 2. That's so hard to do.
It subtracts 5 from them and adds 5 to you.
The point system, I think, has to be worked out a little bit.
No, I think it's perfect.
Okay, good.
I'm indifferent about a lot of things, but I will die on this hill.
I'm just looking. Here's one record I would try and beat. He ate 81 Eggo waffles in 8 minutes.
That's a lot. Eggo waffles are like a lot.
I would give that my best shot.
That's the one.
I love
It's
Eggo
not-
waffles, man.
I know you like them, but like
No, I don't like them. I love them.
I do a lot for Eggo waffles. I kill.
I like how it says where he did all of them.
I take a life for Eggo waffles. Anything for you, babe.
Like how my fucking Eggo. It's like before. It's like I was envisioning one of those like zombie apocalypse scenes where like they're surrounded, like right before they go off killing all the zombies. It's just like oh my Eggo. Ah! Let's see. What was I gonna say? Something about eating a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, have you seen the like? Have you been to a Texas Roadhouse?
No.
Neither have I, but I want to go.
All right. Okay.
Because they have these buns. They're like the bread that they give out at the beginning is like these like.
Oh yeah, I'm like those buns are infamous for being like very good.
Yeah, famous for being very good. Infamous is negative. Like when you're infamous, it's like
Well, I mean like infamous because like there's definitely like the negative connotation to like oh you shouldn't have too
tasting
much.
good. Yeah,
Yeah. I was wrong. I concede. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's all right. I forgive you. This one time. Anyway, I've seen like
I was looking over some old clips and we did for posting on TikTok and it was this like that like, hey, do you want to talk about it? No. Okay. Why'd you fuck my grandma? You said she was dead. You forgave me for that. You instantly forgave me for that.
I have my
But you
boundaries.
won't forgive me.
I have my boundaries, okay?
Okay, just making sure.
Anyway, I've seen like guys who go to a Texas Roadhouse, like a group of 8, and they just try and see how many they can eat.
Oh, I would hate to be like the wait staff there. Just like
Why?
just like it's a bunch of people just like fucking around because like the rolls were probably free, right?
I think if I remember correctly, they were free to an extent, and then they had to start paying. Because they were eating like 7, 8 baskets.
That is so obnoxious. They're probably just like fucking up the restaurant. Like because like all the other tables need rolls and shit, and then they're just like they only have a certain supply, and then they run out. It's like we have to cook more. It's like we want more, and then all the other tables are like, "Where's our bread? You guys are being really weird."
I'm not a fan of this angle you're taking.
No, okay. I'm just. We talked about being obnoxious to. You know what? Never mind. I think it's super normal to do that. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not asking about how normal it is. I'm just saying it would be super fun if me and 7 other dudes went and tried to
Yeah, man,
see
no, let's
how
do
many
it.
we could do.
No, let's do it.
You're not invited.
Fuck.
Your attitude has left you out of this event.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna go to a different table.
Ew, you're gonna come.
I'm gonna go to a different table and I'm gonna watch you guys.
And
And
you're
then I'm gonna cause a stink to the waiter that comes to me at that point, and I'm just gonna be like, I just want some rolls, and then they're gonna be like, "There's this. I'm so sorry, sir. There's this other table. They've just been asking for rolls and rolls. They don't want anything else. It's kind of weird." And I'm just like, I'm gonna leave a bad review. Like this is ridiculous. Like all I want is some rolls before my steak, and like this is ridiculous. And then they're gonna be like, "Do you know this person?" And I'm like, "Nope." And I will deny you 3 times.
Yeah, you're totally gonna ruin our entire plan. Oh no. I'm so sad. I was totally
I did
definitely
realize
gonna do this. I
I
know exactly where the nearest Texas Roadhouse is. I was really planning on definitely doing
I
this.
do realize that this plan has does not mess up you up at all.
No.
It it only causes another problem for the Texas Roadhouse. You know what? I give up. Fine.
Yeah,
Continue.
just let me fucking enjoy my life. I've
Go ahead.
I've never really like pushed the boundaries to see how much I could eat.
Me neither. Because what a waste. what a waste.
But it's curiosity. I'm curious.
I'm not curious.
We should have a donut eating contest.
You can see how many donuts you can eat, and I'm gonna hang out. I'll have a few.
You're such a fucking buzzkill, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want to have some Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yeah, I'll have some Krispy Kreme donuts. Am I gonna eat it to the point where I have to throw up in order to like fucking not go into shock? No.
Obviously, I'm not going to go into shock. I'll pass out way before then.
Well, that's another thing with Joey Chestnut and everything. Like a lot of those competitive eaters, they have to like yak right after. They have to I think they have to hold it down for like a certain amount of time, and then they're allowed to go yak because like it is ridiculous to be able to eat unreasonable. It is unreasonable to expect someone to be able to eat all that and to not have to like.
Well, he trains, right? Joey Chestnut trains for like 4+ months before.
Of course, I mean, fucking all these records and everything. That's crazy. If he doesn't, that makes sense. I'm just saying that like, I wouldn't do that.
Anyway, I just want to establish before we say anything else that he is the most dominant and like most accomplished athlete of our generation without a doubt.
Okay.
I think he's won every single Nathan's like hot dog eating contest since 2007 except for one.
Damn.
All of them except for one. And
that one dude probably is probably holding it up.
he's like, I beat Joey Chestnut. Let's go. And apparently he's the 2012, 13, 14, and 16 Hooters Worldwide Wing Eating Champion. And Chili.
Well, honestly, what a life! Because like there has to be like a solid amount of clout that like in his own personal life. Probably not to the level of like an NBA star, but like
You wouldn't recognize him on the streets. I don't think many people would.
no, but like definitely like with the circles that he runs in and everything. I feel like he still lives like a pretty like lavish life, like a lot of really popular
definitely.
athletes do. So like I'm just saying that like he's probably got like a solid amount of clout too. So like honestly, go for Joey, go Joey Chestnut. My man's holding it down.
You know how they do research on like how much does eating this take off of your life? Like how many minutes does eating a hot dog take off your life?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
did the research and they calculated that he should be dead.
He
should
calculated
already
that
be
he should
dead.
have never been born.
He should have died at negative years old. Probably, considering how many he's eaten.
Joey Chestnut does not give a shit about what scientist thinks. Joey Chestnut eats.
Basically, the way he trains for a hot dog eating contest is like it's a weekly cycle where he'll like do a practice entire event and then like spend the rest of the week like recovering and preparing for the next one. And so like I can't fucking fathom the number of hot dogs that he's eaten. It is comfortably in the thousands.
Wow, that's wonderful. That is awe-inspiring.
He is the true glizzy gobbler.
Yep. I saw where that was going. Yeah, no, honestly, if you can name one other person that's got it over him.
Yeah, like there's no single athlete that can even compare to his achievements.
Yeah, I see where you're going with all of this. I totally understand, and honestly, I'm gonna have to agree. Mostly because my phone is recording us right now, and I have no ability to check you in any way, shape, or form.
What do you want to look up?
Wayne Gretzky. That's the only one I want to look up because that's just something that I've heard like in the ether that like Wayne Gretzky has like a lot of world records.
Here. I don't know why I went on private, but I don't want people to know I'm looking up Wayne Gretzky. I do know that Wayne Gretzky, I think it's if you took away all of his goals, he would still lead the NHL all-time points leaderboard, which is pretty fucking crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, just by assists.
61 records.
But those are NHL records.
I can't find it. I looked up world records. Yeah, no, I give up. I don't care. You win.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm glad we could come to
Yeah,
this
I
agreement.
when I think about the pinnacle of athleticism and like the human race, and like how crazy we can get like our physiques, I think of Joey Chestnut.
You should.
And then Wayne Gretzky in that order. Anyone else can fuck themselves.
It's true.
If your name isn't Wayne Gretzky or Joey Chestnut, I don't want to beat you.
Yeah, you should just. I'm just saying people should give more respect to JC, my boy.
Oh my God! What if Wayne Gretzky versus Joey Chestnut in the eating fighting ring?
I mean, there's fighting in hockey.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Wayne Gretzky can throw a punch.
Let's do it. Let's
set this up. All right, episode 100. Patreon stretch goals, guys. If we get $100,000, we still won't be able to do this.
We're gonna contact Wayne Gretzky's agent and probably Joey Chestnut's agent. He probably has an agent. See if we can get this going. I'm sure Joey Chestnut would love to be throwing some punches in the ring. So I think this is gonna happen.
Or maybe Wayne Gretzky is just like a secret. He can really just put down all that food.
How old is Wayne Gretzky?
I don't know.
Because that might be an important.
I don't know. He's probably like 30, 31.
No, no, that's definitely not it. He's 60.
Holy shit, that motherfucker's middle aged.
So that's pushing being an old person. So I don't know. Chestnut's 38. I feel like that's a.
Yeah, but how many fights has Wayne Gretzky been in? And how many fights has Joey Chestnut been in?
That's true. That's true. We'll just have to actually do it. That's the only way we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for that. And I think on that note, we're at a good place to bring the episode to a close.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok, Who Asked Cast. We have a YouTube channel, Who Asked. We have a website, whoaskedpodcast.podbean.com, where you can see all of our socials and all of our episodes.
Oh, we have an email, whoaskcast@gmail.com. I don't know. I felt like my part was just done, and so I started zoning out. If you want to give us any topic suggestions, if you want to tell us anything about Joey Chestnut or Wayne Gretzky, like any secrets that we couldn't find, if you want to participate in the eating fighting ring, let us know. Whoaskcast@gmail.com, and we will definitely set it up, no doubt.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you next time.
See you.